Fortune's Favor is the brand new Hunter exotic from Renegades that gives you a regenerating overshield and boosts your weapons whenever you have an overshield, which is probably something you knew. However, here are two things that you probably didn't know about how this exotic works. The first is that the damage bonus provided to your weapons actually depends on the weapon type. If it is a heat weapon, it has a slightly different percentage to a normal weapon. So, taking a look here, my heat sniper normally, without an overshield, deals 798 damage to the head. However, if I now have an overshield, it now deals 930, which is a 20% damage increase. I'll have the calculation on screen. If I do the same test now, but with a non-heat weapon, this is a non-heat sniper, normally I deal 747 damage, but now with an overshield, I'm dealing 835, which is actually only a 15% increase. So the first thing to know is that to heat weapons, it is 20%, and to any other weapon, it is only 15%. So if you like heat weapons, you'll like this exotic. The next part about this exotic that's so interesting is that Void Overshield isn't the only overshield that counts for the perk. In fact, there are several others, like the class stat overshield, that allow for the damage bonus to function. Because again, just as a reminder, here I'm dealing 930 damage when I have my Void Overshield encased in me. However, now if I get rid of this overshield by just standing in the damaging field here, so I'm off cooldown, and instead I dodge to get a class overshield, 930 once again. So, as you can see, no overshield on my screen, and it still deals that bonus damage. So I believe this works with Empowering Rift overshield. I believe this might also work with an overshield you get from Starry to Scales, if that's transferable. So any kind of blue overshield that you have pretty much would work with this. Just a fun fact to know. Subscribe if you learned something new.